same life as everyone else, but I can't reach everything. For example, every appliance in my house is a little too high. The light switches are way out of reach, and simple tasks of opening certain doors is a challenge within itself. We need car pedal extensions to drive, but don't get me wrong, I live for the challenge, says Nicola Stephan, August 7th, 2007, a teenage girl living with dwarfism. Although I haven't personally grown up with anyone who has faced this disease, I have seen them in church, in the mall, in town, on the streets, just where a regular height person would venture. This is something everyone should know about and be informed that the odds of the outcome are very small and rare, but you will come across it in your lifetime. Dwarfism is a rare disease, and many are forced to live with. Throughout their life, they do little things that us normal-sized people wouldn't realize they have to overcome. To understand dwarfism, I'll explain just what it is, the treatments, and the lives of people who endure it every day. Although there are many people in today's society that don't understand what it is, there are several ways to go about explaining dwarfism and examples of it. So you may ask, what is dwarfism? Dwarfism isn't just a classification of being under the height of 4 feet 5 inches. It is a disease caused by any of the many conditions, most of which are genetic. Andrea Wilson states, dwarfism is resulted from myriad medical conditions, each with its own separate symptom and causes. 2 disorders, anorexia and growth hormone deficiency, are responsible for the majority of dwarfism causes today. Boomer's Health 2010 states, anorexia is caused by presence of a faulty allele in a person's genome. Accounts for about 70% of dwarfism cases today. It's highly what you'd hear if people says you have dwarfism and what's the cause? It's usually this. Boomer's Health 2010 anorexia is caused by the presence of a faulty allele in the person's genome. It accounts for roughly 70% of dwarfism cases. It produces a short limbs, increased spinal curvature, and disorder of skull growth. The second kind of deficiency is growth hormone deficiency. It's when the body produces insufficient growth hormones. It's a polypeptide hormone which stimulates growth and cell reproduction. It's caused by mutations of specific genes and damages pituitary glands. Living with this condition is a difficult task, but there are some treatments that can be done. Today, there isn't any treatment that can fix dwarfism completely, but there are many treatments out there that can help with pain and alterations. There are no treatments that will cure the disease, as I just stated, but Dwarfism 2005 tells there are treatments that involve preventing or treating the signs, symptoms, or health of a patient with the disease. It doesn't increase the stature, but alleviates problems caused by complications. Mary Clinic states, the common surgical procedures are as followed. Inserting metal staples into the ends of long bones to correct the direction of growing bones. You can divide the bones of a patient, straighten them, and insert metal plates to hold them into place. A lot of people get limb lengthening as well. It's where you divide long bones into 2 sections. You then brace it with a metal scaffolding, is what they call it today, and the bone grows longer and holds better. For hormone therapy, they inject a synthetic version of a hormone, and many of this does so it grows into place or grows in a straight bone. Although it does not grow to a normal height person, they still average a good 2 more inches than they usually would. Although it isn't possible to completely fix the disease, many people still go on with their lives and live it, even though they live in a world meant for tall people. And here, many people today are able to share their story because of the challenges they have overcome. While living with this disease, many speak out and share their life stories through the ups and downs in their lives. Ivy Broad explains her life in a world that was made for not her size of people. She says the world is full of curiosity that she attracts. She does not know what to call herself. A lot of people call her shorty, midget, which a lot of them she finds very provocative. Although it's hard going through life trying to go to stores because her clothes do not fit. She has to get them altered because nobody makes a lot of stores for people her height in the area she lives in. She has a rare condition that involves genetics, but it wasn't from her parents, it was from ancestors down below. Another family you might know of that has dwarfism in their family is the Roloff family. They're on TV, and they share about their life stories, and they're probably the most famous family living with this disease today. Health Living 2002 talks about their family. The father, Matt Roloff, the mother, Amy Roloff, and two twin boys, Jeremy and Zach. Zach has dwarfism, while Jeremy is a normal-sized kid. They have two other siblings who are both normal-sized kids. The parents, Matt and Amy, are dwarfs as well. Their parents have a rare awareness of being a little people, although they do show people in the real society that you can go out and live a normal life, and they show their house on the farm and how much they can do with the size that they are. Today you've learned that they do not lead the average life, but they are just like everyone else. There are many diseases, but each leading to the same result of being short. And you've learned that there are treatments that don't cure, but lead to less pain and can help lengthen the legs a certain amount. And I've showed you that many people do face this disease, and it's okay that there are challenges. So I'll leave you with one thing that Billy Barty once said: we are people with hopes, dreams, passions, and faults, but we're just like every other person. To me and to all of you, this should show that you do not have to judge when you see a little person walk by, but now that you know about them, you can actually encourage them because you know the challenges that they have to live through the day. Dwarfism is a rare disease, but it is something that many people have to go with, and it's something that empowers them to be who they are in the life they endure.